This is a Storm Team 10 severe weather alert.
Well, good afternoon. We currently have no warnings in effect, so that is good news. But at this point, there is still a tornado watch in effect all throughout the Wabash Valley. That watch will be with us, Kevin, until 5 o'clock Eastern time tonight, as this line does continue to press its way from the west off to the east.
That's right, and that's, of course, 4 o'clock in Illinois. And at this point, we have had no reports of tornadoes. We have had reports of some very gusty wind and especially some extremely heavy rain.
Heavy rain. We've had reports anywhere from 3 inches or higher, so flash flooding, of course, going to be a concern as well with the line of rain that works its way through. All
right, let's take a look here at what we have temperature-wise. I'm going to step in front of the map and show you. It's 68 degrees in Terre Haute. It is raining here in Terre Haute. 63 in Paris, 75 in Linton. Vincennes has 77 degrees. But look at this. This cold front is coming in. That's the reason we're having the gusty wind. That's the reason we have the potential for severe weather, and that's why we have a tornado watch still in effect until 5 p.m. Indiana time, 4 p.m. in Illinois. In Des Moines, it's 40. Omaha has 34. Kansas City, 37 degrees. So this front is right along through here. In Moline, it's 58 degrees. The wind advisory that was in effect for Illinois has now been allowed to expire. However, we continue to have a wind advisory in effect for Indiana, and that includes wind gusting at 45 miles per hour. We find that especially when these storms start to move into the region. As you can see here, when these storms start to move in, especially out ahead of the storm, that's where you get the gusty wind, and then you get the heavy rain. We also have flood warnings, flash flood warnings in effect for along the White River and also the Wabash River and any other river and stream. I would advise you that if you have water running across the road, it's always a good idea to not drive through running water that's crossing the road. Check this out. This storm system heads all the way up from Michigan, down through Illinois, all the way through Missouri, into Arkansas, down into Texas, and then it's snowing back into Nebraska and portions of Iowa. Again, the severe storm risk will be moderate for us for the next, let's say 12 hours or so, because I think we're going to have a fire up again as an area of low pressure lifts up out of the south. And of course, the risk would include a damaging wind, large hail, and flooding, in addition to some isolated tornadoes. If that hasn't happened so far. If it does happen, we'll of course be sure to let you know. Lindsay Monroe is here. Chief Meteorologist David Wire is here. We have Joe Ostrowski and Gary Bryan. They're out watching the storms. We have all the information. And I also want to remind you about our Report It feature at WTHI-TV.com. If you have hail on your ground or big clouds you want to show us, go to our website, WTHI-TV.com, and file a picture with Report It. Okay, here's tonight at 8 p.m. This is what I'm talking about the possibility for storms firing back up again. This is shortly after midnight. The storm system brings, Futurecast brings it in here at about 1 a.m. That would give or take an hour or two. And the reason I say that is because these storms have moved in somewhat earlier than expected, and that may actually help us if you really don't like severe weather. That may help us with the reduction of the potential for truly strong storms, but it certainly is going to give us some rain. Here's tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. That's when the colder air moves in. During the daytime tomorrow, we'll get up to about 50 degrees. Daytime high today only up into the 70s. So severe storms, extremely windy, a high of 76 degrees. Severe storms likely tonight, an overnight low of 43. Again, Chief Meteorologist David Wire is here. And then for tomorrow, mostly cloudy, much cooler and windy with a high of 50 degrees. And then on Saturday, a high of 55. Sunday, 61. Lindsay, it looks as though we'll have a chance for some rain once again back in the picture as we get get into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week.
And you always say to me, whenever we have these warm temperatures like what we have today in the upper 70s, and when we drop so drastically back to 50, it's rarely a smooth transition.
It rarely is a smooth transition. And once again, I just want to show you that we have no warnings in effect at this time.
Yeah, if we get you to pop that map back up, we can show you, no warnings currently in effect, but we do still have that tornado watch that's going to be in effect until 5 o'clock this afternoon. Of course, now is the time just to prepare should you get any tornado warnings in your neighborhood. Make sure you have that safety action plan in place so you know what to do should we be seeing any tornado warnings later in the day today. Of course, we'll keep you posted.
That's right. We have programming throughout the course of the afternoon, but if anything breaks, we'll be here to let you know. You're watching your most reliable source for weather information, Storm Team 10.